Today's video is about the story of Hercules. As English is not my first language, we'll continue this video using an AI-generated voice. So let's begin with the story of mighty Hercules.
Among the countless heroes of Greek mythology, one name still echoes across the centuries: Hercules. From marble statues and epic poems to Renaissance masterpieces and modern films, Hercules remains undeniably alive in our imagination. He is the most celebrated hero of the ancient world, remembered not just for his superhuman strength, but for the profound human struggles that defined his life. He faced unspeakable tragedy, and through the relentless cycle of triumphs, defeats, and profound personal failures, he forged the path from mortal suffering to immortality and ultimate glory. The story of Hercules begins with a divine betrayal. The woman was Alcmene, a queen devoted to her husband, Amphitryon. Alcmene was connected to the royal line of the kingdom of Mycenae, and Amphitryon was the commander-in-chief of the Theban army, though exiled from his own home for an accidental crime. They lived in Thebes, the very city where Hercules would be born. But the true father of our hero was not mortal. It was Zeus, king of the gods, notorious for his deceit and lust. One night, while Amphitryon was away, Zeus disguised himself as the husband and conceived the child who would become Hercules. Later that same night, the real Amphitryon returned, conceiving a second mortal son, Iphicles. This deceit ignited a venomous rage in Zeus's wife, Hera. Her hatred for Hercules was immediate and absolute. She tried to delay his birth and failed. Now she sought a brutal remedy. When the twins lay in their cradle, Hera sent two colossal serpents into the nursery. The mortal baby, Iphicles, screamed in terror. But Hercules grabbed a serpent in each tiny, powerful fist and crushed the life out of them. He was a savior before he could walk, a warrior before he could speak. Though his initial name was Alcmene, meaning strong one, he was given the Greek name Heracles, meaning glory of Hera, in a desperate, ironic attempt to appease the goddess who wanted him dead. Today, we know him by his Roman name, Hercules, but the story remains the same, one of a tortured hero. As an adult, Hercules' legendary strength brought him glory and fame. He was a formidable force, using his courage to protect the common people and end tyranny where he found it. His reward was a glimpse of a normal life. He married Megara, daughter of the king of Thebes. With her, he had 3 children. For a brief time, the boy born under a curse found solace and happiness. He had his fame, he had his family, a future free of Hera's direct shadow. But peace, for Hercules, was always a temporary illusion. The venomous and jealous Hera would never allow her enemy to be happy. She sought to destroy him where physical death was not painful enough: his mind. She struck him with a divine madness, instantly shattering his mind. In a terrifying psychological break, Hercules lost the ability to recognize his loved ones. He saw his palace as a fortress of his hated enemy, King Eurystheus, and his wife and 3 sons as soldiers who needed to be destroyed. The strength that saved the world now turned inward. Using his club and arrows, he violently murdered his children, followed by his wife, Megara. His father tried desperately to intervene, but was struck down and left unconscious. The madness left him as suddenly as it arrived. He was innocent of the intent to murder, yet the blood had been spilled. This was Hera's true victory. Polluted by a crime he did not choose, a terrible spiritual stain, Hercules was left with a single, insurmountable enemy: his own guilt. Overwhelmed by the spiritual stain of his crime, Hercules prepared to take his own life, Yet his friend Theseus, a hero renowned for his strength of mind and mastery over his own emotions, successfully persuaded him to choose life, a life dedicated to atonement. Seeking purification, he journeyed to the oracle at Delphi. The oracle's command was not simple. She told the world's strongest man to become a servant to his enemy. Hercules was ordered to serve his cowardly cousin, King Eurystheus, for 12 long years. As atonement, Eurystheus ordered 10 impossible tasks. Because 2 were rejected, the service stretched to 12 labors that lasted the full 12 years. These were not merely acts of heroism, but a grueling psychological quest for forgiveness. Only by completing the impossible could he hope to wash away the blood of his family. We will explore the details of these legendary 12 labors in a future video. After completing his 12 labors, Hercules traveled to Calydon. There, he sought the hand of Deianeira, the beautiful daughter of King Oeneus. But winning her was not easy. She was already being courted by the river god Hercules. Hercules was powerful, and he could change his shape at will. The 2 rivals fought in a fierce contest. Hercules became a serpent, then a raging bull. But Hercules, with his unmatched strength, would not be defeated. He seized the bull's horn and tore it off, forcing Hercules to surrender. Victorious, Hercules married Deianeira. Hercules and Deianeira settled into a fragile peace, but their journey soon brought them to the wide, swirling waters of the Euenus River. The crossing was risky, the currents too dangerous for Deianeira. On the far bank, they found a grim, hairy figure waiting, the Centaur Nessus, who had been hired to ferry travelers across.
Trust me, Hercules, I will carry your wife safely across these treacherous currents.
Nessus carries Deianeira across the river while Hercules crosses on his own. But as soon as Nessus reached the other side, his true, wicked nature was revealed. He attempted to seize Deianeira for himself.
Hercules, help me! Help me! Hercules, help me! Help me!
Hearing his wife's cries, Hercules turned in a blinding fury. With the speed of thought, he drew his bow and fired an arrow dipped in the lethal venom of the Hydra. The arrow struck Nessus in the chest. Nessus collapsed. As the Hydra's venom began its gruesome work, Nessus plotted a final, malicious revenge. He spoke secretly to Deianeira while dying, offering her a vial of his blood, now mixed with the deadly poison.
Before I die, take this. My blood is a powerful love charm. If ever Hercules' love should waver, rub this on his shirt. It will restore his devotion forever.
Years passed. Hercules and Deianeira made their life together, raising their children, including their son, Hylas. But even in this domestic peace, Hercules remained the restless hero. Often absent on glorious and sometimes controversial campaigns, he eventually took a captive princess, Iole, as a concubine, marking the beginning of the next chapter in his life, and the final chapter of their marriage. When Deianeira heard the rumors of her husband's new love, her fear and jealousy overwhelmed her. Believing the centaur's deceitful words, she finally retrieved the dried, crusty blood, the supposed love charm. She soaked a magnificent shirt in the dark stain, sending it to Hercules to be worn at a grand sacrifice. She truly believed she was simply restoring his devotion. Hercules put on the shirt, but as his body temperature rose during the sacrifice, the heat reactivated the potent Hydra venom trapped in the centaur's blood. It was not a charm, but a corrosive fire. Hercules struggles violently, trying to tear the shirt off, but it has fused to his flesh. The poison began to consume his flesh, inflicting a slow, agonizing death. He screamed in unimaginable agony. The greatest hero of Greece lay low not by a monster, but by the unwitting act of his own loving wife. Deianeira, upon learning of the horror she had inflicted and realizing the torture would slowly kill her husband, could not bear the guilt. In an act of devastating remorse, she took her own life. Maddened by the pain, Hercules ordered his son, Hylas, to carry him to Mount Oeta and build a massive funeral pyre. Unable to endure the slow, torturous death, he commanded his followers to light the flames. As the fire consumed his mortal flesh, Zeus finally intervened. The hero who had known nothing but suffering was granted immortality, a lasting place among the gods, and found his final, lasting peace. The great Hercules was finally granted immortality, taking his rightful place among the gods, achieving redemption and eternal peace after a life of impossible hardship. The life of Hercules was a constant, grueling test, a path defined not by the glory of his final ascent, but by the relentless psychological suffering of his journey. He proved that even a hero born under a curse could conquer his fate, earning immortality through sheer, unstoppable effort.
If you enjoyed the video, then please like and subscribe to see more videos like this. Thanks for watching and see you in the next one.